I don't do the women in construction month. Want to know why? Because my project coordinator, she started with us a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now, and she was a dump truck driver. And we started noticing that her paperwork and her, daily sheets were 10 times better than any other truck driver we've ever seen. And we're like, you're really organized. And she made it so apparent, like, and this is what I love about employees. And I always tell everybody in large meetings, if you want to excel at your career, make sure you tell management a clear path of like, this is where I would love to go in the future. And she would send me text off to the side and be like, hey, I know that we just took on this big job or we got this. If you need help in the office, I don't mind staying after I park my truck and helping you organize this. She put it out there. So then when an opportunity opened up for a project coordinator, we didn't hire outwards. We promoted within, and she went from dump truck driver to project coordinator in the office, which is a wild promotion when there's so many other layers. But I look at that and I think that that's she was so qualified for the job and she's been so good. And, we joke about it in the office with women in construction and posting about it at the month. And it's like, why is it just 1 month? I can talk about how awesome Catherine is 12 months of the year.
And you should. She's the best hire, right? It has nothing to do at the end of the day with gender. Again, I don't want to knock it because I'm going to get bad feedback about this. It's great to still have a showcase and say good things. What I want to see, it's funny to hear myself saying this at 48 and fighting for women's advocacy for so long. But what my biggest place is right now is talking to men and like yourself of saying how can I break down and we have a real conversation about this? So you feel like you need to have actionable talking points or things you can go do, right? That kind of helps with the actionable change. I would much rather see men be huge sponsors of women like what you just said, because I'm telling you, she was me 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even with my best mentor. He taught me 3 major things. 1, dig the ditch. I don't care how dirty the ditch is and what the ditch analogy is to your job. You get in there and do the dirty work and you will always be a necessity to your company, whoever you are, whatever, representation you are. Number 2, you get in there and you be the got it girl or the got it guy. I got it. I got it. I got it. So after you dig the ditch, you tell everybody I will also take whatever dirty job you have to throw at me. Not only will I get in the ditch at any level of the organization, I'll also be the got it. I got it. I got it. And so I tell my daughters that all the time, be the got it girl. And I just did that. I kept rising through the org because people are like, oh, somebody needs to do this. And nobody wants to take that position. I'll do it. I'll clean up that department. I'll do that. I'll drive the dump truck. I'll do that. I'll learn welding, right? Be the got it person. And then the third is be a chicken hawk. So to your point of what we just did, never, ever, ever lose your voice. And especially as women who are like, oh, I got to be 100% qualified. That's what I grew up with, was I'm not going to go for the job until I'm 100% qualified. If I hadn't had that male sponsor in my life as a really great boss, be like, I want you 70% qualified and you're going to go apply for that position. You're not going to always get it. But if you were the got it girl and you were digging the ditch, you're going to be that much farther ahead and you're going to get the next one. And so I always it started with my grandmother who was moxie times a million. And I had that innate confidence. And then it was reinforced by a really great male mentor. And so I say that to the guys all the time. And I hope anyone listening or watching who is a male leader, if you take nothing else from this conversation than that, go do that for a woman. And I guarantee you're going to see it 100x in your business.